Let's talk about the state of play that matters to the most people, not just the pod people. And for that, we have a special guest, President Trump's White House Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. Kev, it's good to have you on.
Hey, Chris, it's good to see you.
So
yeah, it's good to be back on TV with you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to have you, Kevin, and congratulations in your role, and good luck doing the work of the American people.
Thank you.
I hope you make good things happen for the majority.
That's what I'm shooting for. Yeah.
So, the bill, you say it's going to pass. Great. Let's talk about what's in it. I don't care about the politics of it. That's getting enough yip-yap, and that's not really your bailiwick. Specifically, you say you're going to get 3% growth out of this. To me, that sounds like the sell that we hear every time Republicans want to cut taxes, but it doesn't usually work out that way unless you include the pandemic payments. So why should people believe that this time it's going to work to give me a tax cut more than you give the working class?
So first, I'm about to talk about that, but I just want to commend economic PhD level point that you made in your opening dialogue, which is that the biggest mistake that people make in life is they ignore sunk costs and don't focus on the future. And that's what we're doing in the White House every day, especially today. Today, I met with Republican House leaders at lunch. The president met with them in the Oval talking about the bill. And the bottom line is that this is a bill that's ready for the next version of America, which is a lot of onshoring of activity, but also big, big tax cuts for the people who need them most. So we've got tax reductions for people who earn overtime. And I met with the president of the UAW in my office a week ago to talk about the hundreds of dollars a week for many people that's going to save. We're cutting taxes on Social Security people. I think one of the biggest tragedies of economic policy in America is that some people retire for Social Security, they don't have enough money, they want to go back to work, and then all that work that they get is taxed. If they make an extra dollar, they lose 50 cents, and they get taxed on the rest of it. And there's no tax on tips. And so all of this stuff is helping middle-class Americans get back to work, and that's really great for the economy. But also the big, beautiful bill has a lot of beautiful stuff in it that nobody's talking about, which is another one of your themes. And so one of the things I like the best is that for every baby, it's in the bill, every baby born in America, then the minute they're born, the government creates a $1,000 account, puts it into the stock market for them so that they've got it when they retire, and then they get to look at that account on their iPhone or their phone for the rest of their lives and see what America is doing for them. And I think that that kind of bill is exactly what we need right now. And we don't need, like, we've extended the tax cuts, which created all this manufacturing in the U.S., but we focused really on the middle class in this bill, and that's why it's going to probably pass tonight or early in the morning, and that's my intel from the meeting with the president today.
Look, I'm sure you're going to have better information on it than I do. Steve Bannon had said, and the president even echoed, kind of played with the idea of, yeah, it's time to tax the guys at the top so that we can free up more money for tax cuts for the middle and the majority. You're not doing that in this bill. Why?
Yeah, so the issue is that a lot of the people that are in the top bracket are small businesses that employ a lot of people. So, like the big corporations that you read about in the stock market every day, they employ fewer than half the people in America. Most of them are the people that you see when you walk down Main Street. And so the issue is that if you put a higher tax on them, then the people who are walking down Main Street and walking in to go to work at the shoe store or the drugstore, they lose their jobs. And so that's the thing that we're concerned about.
Small businesses. Thank you for the segue. They are an underreported casualty of the tariff situation, as you know. You know that bankruptcies, not just Chapter 7, individuals, or 13, but Chapter 11 businesses, we saw a big increase in February. They're saying they can't get things, they can't source things, they don't have the reserves of the deep pocket big corporations. Why aren't small businesses being exempted from tariffs where they can't source things at home?
Well, one of the things that we've seen happen is that, and this goes back to a point that I've been making, an economic point for the last few months, is that if we have a trade deficit with China for 10, 20, 30 years, then by, construction, what it means is that China has inelastic supply. They're just send it to us no matter what. And so if we put a tariff on them, then it doesn't affect prices. We just get revenue. And the thing is that if we look at the April data, and that's what you like us to do, Chris, I remember that just look at the data. In April, we got $20 billion in tariffs, and the consumer price index went way down, way down. And so the idea that the tariffs are going right through to consumers is not there. And the reason is because it's just economics, that the people who are giving us trade deficits year after year are sending us this stuff, like China's sending us this stuff as much as they can, because that's how they create political stability, by giving jobs to people who sell us their stuff. And if we put a tariff on it, they're going to keep selling us the stuff, because if those people lose their jobs, then China has a political problem, a serious political problem.
Well, thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.